Well, hello, 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 and happy Tuesday, everyone. I'm Reverend Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified holistic personal trainer, intuitive healer, cosmic energy reader, medical astrologer, master of numerology, the creator of the Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast deck, and the owner of Holistic Fitness, where I'm actually at right now. Just got here a few minutes ago. Got myself all set up to connect with each and every one of you. So I'm going to just take a minute to do some housekeeping to make sure I am where I want to be streaming, because I have some hot insight for you today that I want to share to keep you in the know. So just give me a minute just to tap in to make sure I'm where I'm supposed to be. Checking in, strolling in. All right. So I am on Twitter as we speak. So those of you who are joining me there, please say hi and share it out. Share it out. All right. I'm going to pop over to my YouTube channel and see who's there with me as well. Okay. Let me just take it off. There we go. All right. So go ahead, my YouTube fans, go ahead and hit that like button and also subscribe. So this way here, you'll get notifications of when I do go live, because I don't always schedule and let everybody know in advance when I go live. Sometimes it's just sort of like spur of the moment where I feel like I need to share something and then I pop on. And that's what today is all about. So to all my YouTube subscribers, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for subscribing. And now I'm going to go and land where I will be staying for most of the time. Oops, come on. Which is my Facebook page. So for those of you who are tuning in from my Facebook page, I'd like to thank you. I do see that there is possibly one person watching. That could actually be me, which is really funny. So anyway, as I said, I have some amazing insight I want to share with each and every one of you. I come to you with insight as often as I can to put you and help you be in the knowing. What do I mean by the knowing? Well, knowing what's going on with our planets, knowing what's going on in regards to our energy based on numbers. I do believe that astrology and numerology play a huge role together. When they are blended together, they can actually help you. And we have a lot of energy flowing all of a sudden. Now, I've been doing surveys, so to speak. I've been asking people over the last couple of weeks, based on the energy of January, how were people feeling based on the energy of January? And what I was hearing from a lot of people, including myself, where we kept saying that the energy felt like it was like a stop and go process. Like, you remember that childhood game, red light, green light, 1, 2, 3? Well, you get to go and then you have to stop. Well, that's the energy that January sort of carried. Well, it's going to be a very different energy as we really do move into February. Because especially with this new moon that's coming in on February 1st, and I'll actually talk about that at a different time. But I do want to let you know when this energy is going to start to shift and when you're going to feel as though your energy starts to shift as well. But as of today, or should I actually say as of yesterday was the 24th of January. And on the 24th of January, Mars, our good old planet Mars, which, by the way, if you did not catch my live from this morning, I spoke about how Tuesdays, which that's what today is, Tuesdays are ruled by Mars energy. Mars is our planet of action. Mars is a fiery energy. Mars is also masculine, so it really is about taking action. So today is not the day where you're going to be sitting on your ass, sort of not doing anything. So if you had that planned out for today, you might want to reconsider that idea and really get yourself all dressed and ready to go and take some action, whether that would be connecting with some friends, connecting with some clients, whatever it is that includes action for you. It could just be a matter of cleaning your house. That's action too. So wherever you are being called to take action, Mars is going to help you do that. Now, Mars was just recently in Sagittarius energy, and it moved over as of yesterday, which was Monday, into Capricorn energy. Now, again, for those of you who may not know what Capricorn energy is all about, according to astrology, it's the 10th house energy, and it's associated with the work that we do, the spiritual, physical, emotional, and mental work that we do. I like to classify Capricorn in three different categories. One category is the work that we actually physically do, where we all get up, whatever time of day we go, to do our physical work. Our 9 to 5, where we literally get a paycheck, whether we're getting a paycheck from clients or we're getting a paycheck from a company, but the physical 9 to 5, and doesn't have to be specifically those hours. And then we have the work that we're doing on our body, where we're literally moving our body more and being more conscious of how we are feeding and fueling our body, so our body has the energy to run and do all the different activities that we need to be doing. And that plays a huge role with Capricorn energy. And Mars actually will help with that. And then there's the third component, third category, is our spiritual journey that we are all here. Every one of us are on a spiritual journey, whether you have actually opened that door to it or you have not just yet. Whether you are conscious or unconscious about it, every one of us are moving through this place called Earth and discovering who we are on a much deeper layer. Whether you're conscious of it or not, doesn't matter. Reality of it all is this energy in Capricorn is doing that work for you. Now, of course, if you have a sun, moon, or rising sign that's associated with Capricorn, you more than anyone else will be feeling this energy specifically because of that energy in Capricorn. And indirectly, we all have all the zodiac signs in our natal chart. They may not be there specifically, but they definitely could be there based on opposition signs or just the energy overall, because we all feel the energy. Energy is energy. So when we think about Mars moving into Capricorn yesterday, again, Mars is about action. Mars is about we have to get up and do something. And it's associated with the work that you're doing. So now what resonates with you? Is Mars asking you to get up and move your body? Is Mars asking you to really dissect how you feel about the physical work you're doing, where you actually have to get up each and every day and go do something where you're working either with a company or you're working with clients, whatever that looks like for you. But what is Mars actually encouraging you to do? What energy is associated with that? And also, how is Mars influencing you to really dig a little deeper into your spiritual journey to discover who you are? I just want to take a note of who just popped in on my page. Hello, Robin. Thank you for being here with me today. Hang in there with me, Robin. This is the big conversation I was talking about earlier in my live regarding wanting to share some insight. So I'm just speaking just of Mars right now, where Mars just moved into Capricorn energy yesterday. And Mars is going to help us. Mars is going to make us become more assertive. I don't want to use the word aggressive, because that sounds just so like, oh my God. But I will use the word assertive, where Mars is going to give us the help us become the energizer bunny to move things along, whether that be shifting what you're doing with work, your 9 to 5, how you get paid, or shifting how you're moving your physical body, and also tapping into curiosity of what your spiritual journey is. Why are you here? You know, in fact, when we think about it, in the last couple of months, the last 5 months for that matter, one of our planets, Uranus, was retrograde in Taurus energy. I like to refer to Uranus as the midlife crisis planet. It's actually referred to as the awakening planet, where every one of us, consciously or unconsciously, might have been asking ourselves, well, what am I supposed to be doing? Why am I here on Earth? Why was I born? What is my purpose? And here we have Mars in Capricorn, which your questions may start to get answers to them. Now, besides having Mars in Capricorn, Venus is also in Capricorn, and Venus just went direct sometime last week. Don't have the date in front of me, but it just went direct. I hate when I don't have the information in front of me, but that's okay. It's all good. There's just too much to talk about, and maybe it's a good reason why I don't have it. But anyway, Venus is our planet of relationship, love, and money. So right there, that money aspect, which is tied into the physical work that we do, and how those two together, the Mars and Venus, the masculine and the feminine, because Venus is a feminine planet. Venus is the more softened, more gentle planet. And when we take those two together in Capricorn, it allows us to really find that balance between the two and to allow us to step in, take an action through Mars, but also being able to receive some support at the same time and recognize that you definitely have support. There's your collective energy is actually supporting you on this process right now. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me at all as these planets are coming together that you meet new people, you meet new energies in this time, possibly new clients as well. Because again, Venus is about love, relationship, and money, and Capricorn is about the work that we're doing. So there's a good possibility that you may be introduced to new people coming into your journey. So now let's talk about the other planet that actually is also in Capricorn, it's been in Capricorn for quite some time, which was Pluto. Pluto is our planet of, I like to call it demolition. Pluto is the planet of things dying off. And I don't know about you guys, but in the last 2 years, there's been a lot of things dying off in reference to different types of businesses, in reference to, unfortunately, people, just the way we do things. And we are going to see massive, massive change take place in the United States, which is this massive Pluto energy literally destroying what no longer works for us. So when we think about that Pluto Capricorn energy and the work that we are here to do, and how every one of us are collectively connected, and how all of this comes together to really help us step into that new journey, that new path that the spiritual work that we're all doing is taking us to. Just want to give a shout out to Anthony, who's here with me right now as well. So hello, hello. So here we have Pluto, again, the demolition planet, the planet that is about death. So when we have things dying off, Pluto also makes space for all the new things that are coming in. So it's one of those situations where I always say this, and those who follow me on a regular basis hear me say this. In order to have something new come in, you do really have to let something go. There's just really no space for that new thing to come in if you're holding on to the old. It sounds really common sense, right? But there's so many people that fall into fear and worry that, oh my God, if I were to let go of this job that I can't stand, how long will I be without another job? Well, the reality to that question is not long at all, because once you actually step out of something that's not serving your psyche anymore, the universe, applauds you because you finally stepped out of something that no longer validates you anymore. The energy of that has expired, and the universe really does applaud you for it. And because the universe applauds you for it, what now the universe is going to see and sense from you is that your vibration has gone up, and now you're in alignment to a new opportunity because your vibration has gone up. When you are in a job and holding on to it because of your fears, your doubts, and your worries, your vibration is low. Therefore, the universe can't bring you that new thing because your vibration is lower. So the minute you do allow yourself to let Pluto do its work, and not so much let Pluto do the work, but actually step into it yourself and be brave, courageous, and take that leap of faith to leave the job that really no longer serves you anymore. It definitely served you at one time, but may not serve you anymore. And then the universe will come and applaud and open up the energy, open up the gateways for you to literally connect with new opportunities. And that either may look like, if you've been putting applications out prior, those applications, those companies are going to start reaching out to you and say, hey, got your application here. You're a great candidate. Let's bring you in for an interview. Let's see what we're going to do with you. And then guess what happens for you? You get to choose, because now you might have 5 or 6 opportunities knocking at your door, and now you get to choose. You get to be the one in charge and say, well, you know what? This is what I feel I'm worth. This is the salary I want to work with. Which one of you are willing to give me? And then you get to choose. How damn exciting is that? I know I get excited when I hear that. But that only happens if you're willing to allow the job to go that no longer serves. If you really think you're going to hold on to your current job and that new job is going to come in at the same time, it really doesn't work that way. It really, really doesn't. And I don't know how much more I can say that out loud clearly. If you're not hearing that, please do. Please do. Otherwise, again, with the help of these 3 planets, where we have Mars, aggression, assertiveness, action. We have Venus, who wants to be as tender and loving as possible. And then we have Pluto, who is the demolition planet. Pluto is literally coming in and going to chop things up and throw it out if it does not serve you. So please take the initiative to do what your psyche is telling you, doing what your intuition is saying. Now, let's talk about that 4th planet that's coming in, actually is in today, and it's only staying here for today. Now, this 4th planet happens to be in retrograde, and it will go direct the 4th of February. And it's been in retrograde in Aquarius energy. It started off in Capricorn, but then it went into Aquarius. And just for today, it's revisiting Capricorn. And if you haven't figured it out yet, yes, it's Mercury. Mercury, the planet of communication, technology, scheduling, planning, listening as well. That planet, Mercury, has decided to revisit Capricorn energy to connect and have a conversation with Pluto, Mars, and Venus. Now, what do you think Mercury is having a conversation with those 3 planets about? What do you think? You think Mercury is talking to those 3 planets about what it wants for dinner? I don't think so. I think Mercury is actually having a conversation with Venus, Mars, and Pluto and saying, hey, let's see what we can do to help these humans move things along. Such as maybe you need to reboot your technology. Maybe you need to change up your social media platform. Maybe you need to do a new website. Maybe you need to get more aggressive with your resume and get more aggressive with your job search. Maybe you need to really sit there and reevaluate your services that you offer. Maybe the price range that you're charging undervalues is what I just heard. Undervalues what you bring to the table. So Mercury could be bringing up so much in conversation with Venus, Mars, and Pluto right now. And now when we think about this Mercury revisiting Capricorn, what I've been reading is that it's actually helping us to tap into something that took place in December. Now, although, yes, it's helping us to tap into something that took place in December, I also do get a strong intuitive feeling that what Mercury is really doing for every one of us is having a conversation with those 3 planets, Venus, Mars, and Pluto, and really wanting to help every one of us shift something, change something. Because again, Mercury is our planet of communication. How are we communicating with one another? How are we networking? How are we promoting ourselves? How are we valuing ourselves? And then you have Pluto, which is the planet to destroy. So between Pluto and Mercury talking together, having that conversation, Mercury might actually say to Pluto, you know what? We need to do some work for this individual to help them raise their vibration so they can be more aligned with what they're here to do. And then those 2 planets go over to Mars and say, hey, Mars, let's kick them in the butt. Let's get them to do something. Let's get them to take some action. Now, of course, you have loving Venus that's sitting back and saying, how can we do this a little gently and not so intensified? But yeah, we definitely want them to love themselves and have better relationships and even have a better relationship with money. So see how these 4 planets in Capricorn are helping you? I'm friggin' excited. Now, I was having a conversation with one of my clients just before I hopped onto this live, who happens to be a double Capricorn. He has his rising and moon sign in Capricorn. So if you too happen to have, whether it's your sun sign, rising, or moon in Capricorn, that means you have a total of possibly up to 7 planets in Capricorn energy right now, which means that's a whole lot of energy for you that's taking place today. Now, please be mindful and understand that Mercury is only in Capricorn energy for today. After today, after the 25th, Mercury is going to move back to Aquarius energy. So this is really one day of some superpower magical energy that's helping every one of us out to shift something. Now, what I like to do is I like to also tap into each of these planets and which chakra they're associated with. Because after all, what I love to do with my clients is I like to help my clients really become aware of their chakra system and how, whether the planets are in retrograde or not, where the planets are in your chart, how it is associated with our system. So here we have it. To start off with, Capricorn is associated with our root chakra. Root chakra is all about being grounded, being balanced, and being able to focus on the work that we came here to do. So again, these 4 planets in Capricorn energy definitely has to do with your root chakra. So it really is important to align your root chakra, to clear the energy out. So if you feel distracted, if you feel not balanced, if you feel like you have a little bit of ADHD, which I was having a conversation with one of my other clients about this morning, it's really important to do some root chakra work today. And the easiest way to do root chakra work is to step outside into nature. Literally step outside into nature and allow yourself to breathe in the air and just get grounded. Focus on hearing what nature has to say. It's the easiest way. Second easiest way to work with your root chakra is stepping into the shower or allowing your hands to come underwater, because that chew will help your root chakra. So you can clear out the fears, the doubts, the worries, the lack of focus, the lack of productivity, because that's extremely important today. We have to be really productive today. That's all there is to it. So there you have Capricorn with those 4 planets. So now let's talk about Mars for a minute, because Mars also is in the root chakra. So between Capricorn and Mars, you have a double whammy sitting in your root chakra. So see how important it is for you to work on your root chakra. Now, what I'm hearing to guide you on, because some of you might be new to your chakra system, where is your chakra? Where is your root chakra? Root chakra is, and it's a really good question, I'm glad my guides posed it. Root chakra is connected right down at your tailbone. Right down in your tailbone. Literally, that when you're sitting on a chair, you can literally feel your tailbone into the chair. That's your root chakra. Your root chakra is associated with your tailbone, your hips, your legs, your knees, your feet. Everything, the lower extremities that get you to move forward. Isn't that interesting? So yeah, so a double whammy on the root chakra, which is why it's so important to make sure today you are doing things that's going to help you feel more balanced and grounded. The next chakra we're going to talk about is Pluto. Now, all honesty, Pluto just rules the whole body, because Pluto is about transforming our body. Now, the actual chakra it's associated with is the sacral energy, which is located right below your navel. And that's where our confidence is. That's where our feminine and masculine energy is, where we can take action and receive support. That's where we get empowered. But that's also where a lot of guilt, shame, blame, and judgment plays a role too. And that could very well be showing up for you, where, especially if you're sitting there trying to evaluate your worth in regards to the work that you do and how to justify raising your rates. You might be sitting there judging yourself and saying, well, I'm not just as good as that one over there who charges $100 a session and $100 an hour. How can I possibly charge $100 an hour? Well, clear out that judgment and see yourself as being as worthy, as valuable as yourself, as opposed to sitting and comparing it to somebody else. If that is the dollar amount that showed up for you to charge, then go ahead and charge it. And believe me when I say, you will have clients that will be open to paying you that price. The same way you will have clients that will think that price is too much. And understand this, if you have clients who think your rates are too much, it just means that that client does not align with the service that you offer. Do not lower your rate to satisfy that client. Allow that client to accept the fact that your rate is too much for them and let them go. Because when you do, you honor yourself, you honor the worth of your service, and second, you literally do make space for the right clients to come in. Now, I speak from experience because I used to do that in the past, where I would devalue myself just to honor someone else, a client who might have not been able to afford my service. And I wanted to give them my service, so I lowered my rate down so they can have it. That does not serve you. That does not serve you. And that also blocks you from actually receiving the right clients to come in. So if you really want the right clients to come in, the clients that's going to value the service that you bring to the table, do not de-honor yourself. Whatever your rate is, allow yourself to be that rate. And you will get the right clients to show up. You really will. Because again, as you value yourself, you are stepping into your confidence. And confidence is powerful. Confidence is loud. Confidence is extraordinary. So that is your Pluto energy. So Pluto, again, connecting to the sacral, is going to help you really trim or release the old version, the old way of how you see yourself, how you see your value, how you see the service you bring to the table. And it's going to help you shine your light and attract the clients that are looking for you. And interesting enough, which is also a true story, sometimes if your rate is too low, the clients that really want to work with you may not work with you because they might be looking at your rate and saying, well, why is her rate or his rate so low? I thought they were this extraordinary practitioner, so why are they charging so low for their rates? And that sometimes can be a turnoff for clients. So make note of that as well. And I know that sounds really ridiculous, but it is true. I've actually had a client many years back say that to me. When I presented my rate to her, she looked at me and she goes, why do you charge so little for the service you bring to the table? And I laughed. I'm like, huh? And she's like, yeah. She goes, the service you bring, what you give to your clients, your rate should be so much higher. And then, of course, she says, I might want to kick myself for saying that, but I want to be honest here. And I never thought of it that way. And I want to share that with you. So this way here, it's something you might want to shift with the help of Pluto being connected to sacral. Now, let's talk about the heart chakra, which is Venus. Venus, the heart chakra. It's connected to your heart. It's how you feel. It's how you embrace. It's either going to embrace joy, love, and happiness, or maybe you're feeling frustrated, annoyed, and in despair because you're just not in alignment to your gifts. So work on the heart chakra so you can clear out whatever's not aligned for you, so you could be more joyful and in gratitude. Because when you are in gratitude and appreciation, your vibration rises. When your vibration rises is when you're going to be aligned with all this new energy that comes in. When you are sitting in despair, sadness, frustration, even anger for that matter, that lowers your vibration, and then you're not going to match with the new clients that could be coming in for you. So really work on that heart chakra today. And last but not least, good old Mercury. Can we guess which chakra Mercury retrograde Mercury is associated with? Yep, you guessed it, throat chakra. Mercury is all about how we communicate and how we listen. So here we have it. We have Capricorn, which all four of these planets are sitting in right now, is associated with the root chakra. Mars is associated with the root chakra. So you have the root chakra. Then you have Pluto, who's associated with sacral energy. Then you have the heart that's associated with Venus. And then you have Mercury associated with the throat chakra. So you have four chakras that you do need to work on today to make sure you're in line with these energies for today. And gain the benefits of this amazing energy we have going on for today. And really be in that space of allowing yourself to let go of what no longer serves this new version of you, this higher vibration of you. Because once you shift that energy and you move into that higher vibration of you, then all the things that's in that vibration, you will become a magnet to. So with that being said, what I would like to do, as I always like to do, is I want to pull a card. I want to see what one card today can help you with in regards to your energy. And maybe what I'll do, because I do have a little bit of time, maybe not. Let's see. Let's start with one card and see where I go, because I only really want to keep this about a 40-minute video. So let's see what one card, this one card is going to provide a chakra. It's also going to provide an affirmation that's going to help raise your vibration and add to your story, and a number that's going to provide a hidden message and connect it to our astrology. So let's see what we have going on here. What do we need to know? What chakra do we need to work on, in addition to the 4 that these planets are associated with? All right, here we go. So interesting that this one shows up, which is the sacral, which is associated again with Pluto. So another reason to work on our sacral chakra. Now, affirmation is health. Now, this is a biggie because for the entire year 2022, the theme for 2022 carries a 6 vibration. The 6 is associated with scheduling, planning, and moving your body, your mind, body, and spirit. And if we've learned anything in the last 2 years, how important our health really is, especially our immune system. And when we think about our immune system, the most important thing is to really align your chakra system every single day so you can recharge your immune system. So that makes a lot of sense to why this card showed up for today. Taking care of your health. And then when we think about the number 33, that is a master number in numerology, which is about being the master teacher. You are teaching others how to treat you. You are teaching others how to take care of themselves as well. Because again, you're a mirror image of every person. And when we think about that 33 as the master teacher, where you are literally teaching how to be the healthiest version of yourself, it does carry the same meaning of that 6, which, as I just got done saying, it's about, in numerology, it's about the healer, the nurturer, taking care of your home. When we think of the home, 2 places, our shelter and our physical body. When we think about the 6 in astrology, it's the 6th house associated with Virgo, which is really about scheduling, organizing, routine, structure, and health, fitness, and wellness. So that's a powerful card right there. So again, we don't have an extra chakra to work on. We just have to work a little bit more on the sacral energy. So in addition to our 4 planets, which is all about the root chakra, the sacral energy, the heart chakra, and the throat chakra, in addition, spend a little extra time in your sacral energy working on that Pluto energy. I love that this card showed up today. I would love to know how this lands with you, and more importantly, how today's energy will help you really open the gate to moving forward. So to do that, by letting me know how this works for you, please email healingwithin76@gmail.com and share your experience with me in regards to how today unfolded for you. And believe me, when I say working on your chakras will definitely help you activate this energy. And for those of you who are watching on Facebook, whether you're watching live or on the replay, I would love to hear from you. So put your comments in below. I'll come back and check them out. The same for all my Twitter fans as well. As I say all the time, I have no idea how those who watch from YouTube can comment. So feel free to email, and you could do that with healingwithin76@gmail.com. I do hope that you found today's insight to be informative, uplifting, and more importantly, that it's going to help you heal at least one chakra for today, if not all 4 of the chakras that's associated with this amazing planets that we have going on today. Know that energy is energy, and we are all connected, and we are definitely connected to our planets, which is why I find it so passionate for me to come here and share this insight with each and every one of you. I want you to be in the know, and I want you to utilize this energy for your most highest purpose. After all, we are all spiritual beings, all of us, all spiritual beings, and we are having human experiences each and every day, helping us to discover who we are on a soul level. And we are peeling layers and layers and layers and layers. And sometimes when we are in that space of peeling layers, it gets a little dark. And that darkness is a time for you to actually see the light from within and discover who you are on a deeper level. So again, I would love to hear from you. I would love to know how this live video landed with you, and please get back to me. You can do that by, again, healingwithin76@gmail.com. But for now, enjoy this amazing energy where we have the 4 planets, Mars, Venus, Pluto, and Mercury in Capricorn right now. And do note that both Venus and Mercury are in retrograde. So the energy that is taking place today, it could be a little slow, because when a planet's in retrograde, the energy of that planet is slowed down to help us to reflect, reboot, pause, recharge, and then eventually move forward. Venus will be going direct on the 29th, and Mercury will be following on the 4th. But keep in mind that Mercury does have a shadow period that goes for about 2 weeks, so that takes us right to about February 14th. I will be back to share more about our energies that's coming up as we move into the next couple of weeks, because there's so much more to follow. But for now, that's all I have. Enjoy this amazing energy in Capricorn. I know I am. And for you Capricorns out there, if you have a sun, moon, or rising, please be gentle on yourself, because that's 7 planets that you have sitting in Capricorn. Even 6 or 5 for that matter is intense. And the same thing will go for those on the opposition sign, which is Cancer. That means you will feel this energy just as much as Capricorns will. And depending on where each of these planets sit on your astrology chart, your personal chart, that itself tells a theme. To learn more about your astrology chart, to learn how to work with your astrology chart, feel free to reach out to me, because I do offer one-on-one and also group classes to teach you how to really read your chart, understand your chart, and more importantly, use your chart to help you be the best version of you and a healthier version of you. With that being said, have yourself a blessed day. Until next time, bye-bye for now.